Welcome back to Joe Stunner Boxing. I hope you've had a good day. I wanted to talk a bit about Whyte versus Fury because it's a couple of weeks away. Now, I was talking to someone today and we were talking about possible pay-per-view figures. Actually, no, I don't do pay-per-view. I'm not interested. But he was saying, no, it's going to do massive pay-per-view figures. 1.5 million, or I think that's what he said. I said, why do you think that then? Why do you think it's going to do so many big figures? Well, it's Fury in it, and it's Fury versus Whyte, and there's a lot of animosity, and they've sold 94,000 tickets. So, now, he seemed to be presuming, or a big part of his argument was he was presuming that the popularity at the gate is going to translate into pay-per-view figures. And I have my doubts. I really do, because I think that even though you sell a lot of live tickets, for the actual live gig itself, I think that there is... The Fury thing is kind of a cult, and I don't think it necessarily translates to big pay-per-view figures. I could be wrong. Now, I don't think, I still don't, I can't say I don't think the fight's going to go ahead, but I do have kind of doubts, because I think it's certainly possible that Whyte would or could pull out, because he's still annoyed about the disrespect, that they shafted him on the split, the 80-20 split, and he's got the legal thing going on with the WBC, and I don't think that's been settled at all. I think that's still pending, but I could be wrong about that. I have to check that. Sometimes you can't keep up with this stuff because it happens, it changes every day. But I just feel that Whyte could pull out, and if he does, then this whole promotion, everyone connected to this promotion, is in serious trouble, because never mind the fact that the undercard is not worthy of the York Hall, barely worthy of a leisure centre. Those 94,000 tickets were sold on the premise of Whyte facing Fury. So it doesn't matter who they bring in as a substitute. Warren was on the radio talking about bringing on, I've got someone in the wings waiting to come in if Whyte pulls out. And the whole thing would become an absolutely almighty mess, with writs being thrust here, there and everywhere. I also think that's one of the reasons why Whyte might pull out, because I think Warren, he's not convinced Warren will pay him. He thinks he might fight. Warren might withhold the money, taking legal action for Whyte, against Whyte, for not supporting, as he views it, supporting the promotion. And Whyte might not even get paid for the fight. I think there's a lot of stuff going on behind the scenes. I can't be absolutely certain what it is. I'm not a legal eagle. But another thing about this fight is that I think Warren has allowed his ego and has allowed his personal dislike of certain people, probably Eddie Hearn, to get in the way of good business. Okay, what do I mean by that? What am I getting at? Well, Dillian Whyte has been on several pay-per-view shows. He's a popular guy. He's an exciting guy. He's made a good name for himself. He's respected. He's fought a lot of good men. And most boxing fans, most people that have heard of him and followed his career, believe that he thoroughly deserves this title shot. So you have to ask the question, even though he's not Warren's fighter, wouldn't it have been better for Warren to respect him? To say, Dillian, you're a great challenger. Come on in, mate. How many tickets do you need? How many complimentary tickets do you need? No problem, mate. You need 1,000? We'll give you 1,000. No problem. Have a limo, have a private jet. You come to the press conference. You've got Dean Whyte there, on one side with Dillian. You'd have Tyson and Shane on the other side. You could get a real big buzz going for the fight. And inevitably, that sort of thing would sell pay-per-views, not just tickets. The people that are prepared to pay £2,000 for a ringside ticket, or 200 quid via some fucking scalp site, to be up in the gods watching a couple of little miniatures running around, so you're sort of having to look through your binoculars to see them. They're kind of members of the cult of Tyson Fury. They're what we sort of rather insultingly call casuals. A lot of casuals deserve to be insulted, but there's nothing wrong with being a casual fan of boxing. I mean, a lot of people talk a lot of crap about casuals, but they're not all bad. I mean, I'm a casual football fan. I go and watch the occasional football match, but I'm not I won't follow it religiously. Nothing wrong with being a casual. But what has to be said is, if you want to sell 1.5 million pay-per-views, you've got to promote it properly. And instead of having Dillian turn up for the press conference, exchanging barbs with Tyson, building up this pressure cooker of excitement, of anticipation, Warren opted to do the other thing, treat him like shit. He doesn't deserve to be treated like shit. Never mind, Tyson Fury, good fighter. He won his belt fair and square. He had those three fights with Wilder, which I enjoyed them. But Dillian Whyte, terrific fighter, earned his shot, deserves respect. And to be honest with you, it's a grave mistake, I think, on behalf of Warren. A very stupid mistake for a man who in the past has proven to be a very shrewd businessman. Very stupid mistake to make. Because he's alienated a guy who could have sold thousands, hundreds of thousands maybe, or helped sell hundreds of thousands of pay-per-views. He's alienated him. And Warren, at some point, I've seen quite a few interviews of him. Well, people are coming to see Tyson. Look, the 94,000 tickets proves it. We don't need Dillian Whyte. He's been silent, but we still sold 94,000 tickets. Yes, but I think it's very doubtful that will translate into pay-per-view sales. And if, let's say, this only does 600,000, whatever, 700,000. Considering you paid 41 million for the fight, I don't know whether it was your money or Bob Arum's or whose money it was, I don't have a fucking clue, but you're going to have to make a profit on that 41 million. And I think, I haven't crunched the numbers, but how many pay-per-views are they going to have to get to break even? Never mind make a profit. No, maybe it is 1.5, maybe it is over 1 million. I don't know, to be honest with you. I haven't crunched numbers. But I just think that I think Warren missed a trick, and I think the fact that he personalised things, which you should never do in business. He doesn't like Eddie Hearn. I don't know whether he's got any time for Dillian Whyte or not. But he certainly doesn't like Hearn, who Whyte is closely connected to. He's constantly bigging up Fury. I think he overvalues Fury, especially abroad, especially in America. When he was saying that Tyson Fury, broke America. The average person in America doesn't know who Tyson Fury is. I've got friends in America because I lived over there. Who the fuck's Tyson Fury? Tyson Fury, was he a wrestler? They don't really know. Don't really care. Over here, he's a big star. But I think Arum said that they've actually lost money on Fury. So he's not the massive pay-per-view star that everyone thinks he is. Dillian Whyte has sold pay-per-views. Against, was it Derek Chisora, Joe Parker. They're not massive figures, but he's made a profit, But the friction that you could have had between Fury and Whyte, if you brought Whyte in and said, we're lovely to have you, Dillian, you're a great fighter, bigged him up a little bit, let's have a great promotion, mate. Come on, we're going to pay you. Now, I know that maybe Dillian wouldn't have gone for it anyway because of the 80-20 split. But maybe pushing for that was false economy as well on behalf of Queensberry. And Queensberry, if you've ever looked at Company House, which you can go online and have a look at, they're not doing great business. They're not doing great business at all. Go and have a look. Company House, Google it, have a look. Yeah, so I think this has been extremely poorly promoted. Someone else said to me, not the guy I was talking to today, someone else, they said, this doesn't feel like a big fight. When's it on? When's it coming up? I'm not, because normally when you've got a big fight coming up, it's like, I can't wait for that one. When is it? Oh, next week? Oh, no, I'm not going to forget that. I'm going to earmark that, put that in my diary. I'm not going to go out with the lads. I'm not going to take my girl out, whatever. I'm going to be in watching that fight. I've yet to hear anyone say that to me, and I know quite a few people who really like boxing a lot. So, what do you think? Do you think Warren's basically fucked up the whole promotion by not drawing in Dillian, showing him enough respect, getting him to sell the fight? Or do you think maybe it is all about Tyson Fury? Maybe people will pay for Fury. I don't know. I don't think so, but yeah. Let me know what you think. Thanks for listening. Hit the subscribe button if you're new. If you're already here, if you've hit the subscribe button, I really, really appreciate it. I always appreciate your time. Like the video if you did like the video, and let me know your thoughts below. And we will talk again some other time. Enjoy your evening. Be good. Take care.